Now on Eyewitness News, a town on the shoreline is planning for the next big storm. After seeing its fair share of flooding and damage, Brantford recently created a special fund to help deal with coastal improvements. Channel 3 New Haven Bureau Chief Matt McFarland is live with the mobile newsroom with more on that story tonight. Matt?
Well, Denise, those who live along the water say no doubt they've seen the water levels rise over the years. And Brantford says this fund that they've just created, well, they say that's going to help with long-term planning. Out for a walk along Wakefield Road, Shannon Ramsby says over the years he's seen his coastal community change.
I've lived here for over 40 years, and we have a little piece of beach. And in that period of time, there's no question but that the water level has risen and the damage has become very frequent.
It's why the shoreline town of Brantford recently transferred $1 million from an unassigned fund balance to set up what it's calling a coastal resiliency fund, believed to be the first of its kind in the state.
We need to protect our infrastructure, our roads, bridges, sewer, wastewater treatment infrastructure, as well as access to various areas of town.
And Brantford First Selectman Jamie Cosgrove says this will put the town in a position to address future needs and projects, especially when it involves rising sea levels and storms like Sandy and Irene, which hit Brantford particularly hard. And while the fund is already in place, a proposed bill in the legislature would give it a boost.
Legislation will allow us to really invest this money, match these long-term liabilities with long-term investments.
Those in town say a dedicated fund can't hurt.
I think it's great. Anything that's long-term planning is good.
And for those that have lived through the storms, it's a welcomed idea.
Any planning that can mitigate damage, I think, is a good idea.
Now, Brantford's First Selectman says for future projects, they'll still be bonding money. They'll also be doing state and federal grants. But he says this Coastal Resiliency Fund is just another tool they can use. We're live with the mobile newsroom. Matt McFarland, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
Okay.